Alright, so this is a special video about green tea where I'm going to blow wide open the scam of green teas, specifically this like Sencha variety, which if you look here on the packaging you can see it's a very green tea. It's not a yellow or golden green tea. Here it's even more dramatic, although this is a matcha green tea, but the point is it's a specific type of green tea where the coloration is far more green than it is yellow or gold. So I'm going to basically make a cup of each one of these different types of teas, and you can see that it's more or less scientifically valid. The packets are here, they're unopened. I'm going to unopen each one and put a tea bag into the cup before I pour the water, and these are like sealed bags, so there's been no tampering, it's all completely legit. So there's the Neotoy matcha green tea. This is the most fanciest one that I have right here, the Sencha green tea with this incredibly ridiculously fancy nylon or some kind of synthetic mesh bag that is 2000% not environmentally friendly or sustainable. Here's the Numi matcha toasted rice tea, which is kind of a control because, as you can see, it's the only one where the packaging does not show the sort of incredibly misleading green colored green tea. So this one will sort of be our control for exactly how the teas compare. Organic Sencha green tea from Eden. And I did sort of an average of ideal temperatures, and I'm going to control for that as well. So the range was like 170 to 178 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to heat some water in a kettle off to the side, and that should be ready pretty soon. And as soon as that's ready, I'm going to control for the temperature in this little measuring cup, which I have a digital thermometer that I'm going to use to accurately depict that temperature, and then I'm going to pour the water when it's about 170 degrees into each of these teacups as quickly as possible, and then we're going to let the results shake out. So we're going to have the water here momentarily. Okay, I'm going to just put this down here. Okay. Have the tea kettle just flipped off, and here it is. Boiling water. Let's see what we have for the temperature. 136.9. This thing's not always super reliable. I'm going to do a couple of readings. There we go, 172.2, so that's just about right in the range. So here we go, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay. And just gonna put a little more water in here. Now let's just do a quick temperature scan on the last cup to see if the temperature drops significantly. It's a 171.3, still within range. And the first one, 170.6, so the temperature is dropping, but the tea is steeping, and the recommended time for steeping was like 4 minutes on some, 2 minutes on another, so I think like 3 minutes probably be good, and it's 1824 right now. So in 1827, these will be officially done steeping. Alright. And then we can compare the teas to the color on the packaging, which, in my opinion, is deliberately designed to mislead consumers into thinking that the tea is going to be an authentic Sencha or Matcha type of tea, when in fact it's a far more generic and ordinary green tea that hasn't gone through the sort of like rigorous processing and techniques required to render it into the sort of traditional type of tea that has a distinct color. And the reason that I am so opinionated about this in particular is because I eat at a local sushi restaurant that's very authentic, and they have Sencha and Matcha tea there that is 100% authentic, and it is actually a vibrant green. In fact, it would not be unfair to say that it is as green as it is depicted in this picture here. However, I personally have never managed to brew a cup myself of tea that has managed to approach that level of greenness. It's always a golden yellow color. So far everything has been done according to the directions. There's like 1 minute left in the steeping process here. And I think it's kind of surprising, but so far out of all of these, the one that is the most green is actually the Numi matcha tea, which has no picture of the actual tea on the packaging of the box itself. However, it seems to be the most authentic of all four, which is really kind of fascinating since it was also the control. And I think that shows a lot of integrity in terms of the tea production and preparation, that not only were they trying to mislead me as to how the tea was going to look, but they produced an authentic product as well. Okay, so we got 7 seconds left to go in our 3 minutes. I'm just going to pull out all of these tea bags and put them into this center cup. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so they're on white paper, but I think you can see even through the camera, it's really obvious. This one's green, this one's very yellow, this one's even more yellow, golden. This one is kind of a foggy sort of golden yellow. So I think the results kind of speak for themselves, which is sort of what I was hoping. I'm gonna go get another piece of white paper really quick. I wanted to do this video all entirely in one take without any edits, so it was more authentic, and you can see that I wasn't doctoring the results in any way or switching things around off the set. So as you can see, that is definitely not green. It's very golden yellow. The lights in this room are a mixture of pure white and sort of yellow tinged lights. So I know that that can subtly affect the color of the tea and how it's perceived. However, the fact that all of these are subject to the same light gives you an idea of the comparative sort of color. So that should sort of even out a little bit. So yeah, I'm noticing here that if I tilt the paper just right, the light reflects through the tea and really gives it a very clear sort of chromatic index. So yeah, I think the Numi is the clear winner, and all these other teas are basically just total frauds in terms of color accuracy. This one in particular kind of bugs me because the teacup itself is green, therefore it's sort of like inherently misleading. Although if you look really closely at the tea coming out of the spout of the kettle, you can see that it has a distinctive green tint. So I think, yeah. Anyway, I hope you found this video informative. And I'm not endorsing any of these teas because flavor is also really important, not just authenticity, and who knows which one of these will taste the best. But for now, I'm going to be sticking with the Numi.